ever wondered what would happen if Nike designed a sneaker for the Jedi Order? In this video, I am redesigning Nike's most iconic sneaker, the Air Jordan 1. I am going to show you the entire process, and at the end, you'll see a final reveal of the 4 versions of the sneaker I created. Designing a shoe that actually looks futuristic is incredibly hard. Most futuristic sneakers just slap some extra lines on them and call it a day. It's just like putting racing stripes on a minivan and calling it a sports car. Or they make it into something that you can't even walk in. But I wanted to create something that would make even Luke Skywalker throw away his boots or beg Nike for a sponsorship deal. So with this sneaker, my mind was running with possibilities. I drew version after version, and then something happened. One of my drawings kept pulling me back. This one. This was the design that I would create the shoe around. But I needed to bring this concept to life using 3D. Having created some 3D shoes in the past, I felt confident I could create an epic Star Wars and Nike combination sneaker. But confidence and reality are 2 very different things. So I fired up Blender and started working with a shoe last I made a while back. This would ultimately help me make the shoe more wearable. And after that, I started modeling the midsole, which would serve as the foundation for the sneaker. I wanted to create a structure around the shoe last to make it look more futuristic. Having this base design allowed me to focus on the different elements that would give the sneaker its special aesthetic visually. After working on the tip part where the toes would normally go, I decided to work on something no sneaker had ever done before, a lightsaber incorporated into the heel. This was either going to be brilliant or look just dumb. Then I created the famous swoosh on the side of the shoe. When I made the sketches, I kept the Nike swoosh in mind because I wanted the other Star Wars elements to flow around the Nike symbol as naturally as possible. I continued working on core pieces to match the drawing as closely as possible, but also taking some creative liberties to leave out parts that I felt weren't necessary as I worked on it, and added more pieces around the sneaker to give it a more futuristic structure. The design started coming together like a perfect chef's meal. One of the final touches was adding the Star Wars New Republic logo positioning right above the Nike logo. But I knew it still needed something more, an element inspired by the Millennium Falcon. This would tie the entire concept together. And after watching a couple of Star Wars films for inspiration, here is the final Star Wars and Nike sneaker in 4 colors. Let me know in the comments below which sneaker is your favorite.